Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of this hydrangea hedge install. Let me just say, part 1, I cut that video down from like 4.5 hours to like 8 minutes. It was a lot of work, but it's very rewarding and I cannot wait until next spring. So in this part, part 2 of course, I will be running drip to these hydrangeas. I'll be tapping into an existing drip irrigation that's behind me here in another hydrangea bed. A lot of you wanted to know in depth about drip irrigation. I already have a video up. I will link it somewhere up here or in the description box where you guys can see all the parts that you need to start your drip. But just a refresher, as far as drip irrigation goes, you need to have an outside pipe, outside water resource somewhere, and then you're going to need a backflow water preventer. You're also going to need a timer as well. That is very important. A timer is very important. And then you're just going to need your hoses. You need a distribution pipe. That's the one that doesn't have any holes. And then you have the pipe that has holes every 12 inches or every 18 inches. That's the brown tubing. You have it in 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. Those are two different sizes. So this is a 1/2 inch pipe. Okay, this is a 1/2 inch pipe. This is a 1/4 inch pipe, 1/4 inch tubing. This is 1/4 inch and this is 1/2 inch. Now this is my distribution pipe. This is what's going to carry the water, and this is what's actually in my garden that carry the water all the way from the pipe, the main pipe on the outside of the house, all the way around my garden. And then I tap into this with my 1/4 inch tubing with couplings or your connectors. So this is what I'm going to use to connect into my existing drip, and then I'm going to run this along the back of the hydrangea bed. Then I am going to tap into each of this individually to run to my hydrangeas with this tube. Every single hydrangea, all 8, will have a tube like this behind them with an emitter at the top giving them water, 1/2 gallon per hour, 1 gallon, or 2 gallons per hour. That's up to you and the zone that you're in, or how hot it can be in the summertime. I don't know everything about drip irrigation. What I learned is what I've researched on YouTube. So, and then trial and error. I did it on my own, and I was and until this day, I am very proud of myself for putting my garden on drip. It was one of the easiest thing you can do for your garden. You don't have to get up worrying about watering anything. The timer comes on and you just water. So now let's run the drip so we can put down the mulch. Alright guys, so for this setup, because I already have existing drip in my garden, I don't need much. All I need is my tube. This is my 1/4 inch tube that will be going directly to my hydrangeas. This is 1/2 inch. This is my distribution tube. This right here is what's going to carry all the water, and then I'm going to tap into this to connect my 1/4 inch drip tube. Next thing you need, you're going to need something to cut. Of course, I have pruners. You can use scissors, whatever you have that can cut. I have my pruners, Fiskars by the way. And then you're going to need some connectors. These are connectors. This is 1/2 inch. Let me take one out. This is a connector. This is a 1/2 inch connector. If it will focus. So guys, I have drip tubing under here, under this mulch here somewhere. So I'm just going to try to find it, and then I will tap in. Oh, there we go. Right here. I found it right here. The drip tubing is right here, so let me bring you guys in a little bit closer. So this right here is my existing drip tubing. This is coming from the main pipe on the other side of the house. This is my distribution pipe. It is 1/2 inch, and all I'm going to do is snip it in half. Just like when I cut this part, I messed up. This was like this, guys, and I snipped it here. What I should have done was snipped it from the main line and just bring it straight across down to the hydrangea bed. But that's okay, that's an easy fix. So all you need is a T and a connector, which is the straight one. You can find these on Amazon. I'll try to link them in the description box below. So what I'm going to do is push this T in right here. Just like that. This end is where I'll be connecting my new hose to run to the hydrangea bed. Just like that. Now, in order to connect this back right here, I have to cut off a piece of the black tubing and connect it from here to here with this connector, just to fix it. So all I'm going to do is cut a piece off from the end of this tubing. Check my length. Cut it just like that. Put it on right here. Make sure it's on snug. As you can see, you just use this. This is a 1/2 inch. It fits the pipe, which is a 1/2 inch as well. I'm going to use this to connect both pipes. Voila, and we are finished. So now I'll use a landscape staple just to hold this in. This is a landscape staple. I'm just going to use this to hold it in right here. Just like that. Make it look like I was never here. Now I'm just going to run this straight down to the hydrangea bed. So all I've done, I ran the distribution pipe tube all the way down to the bottom behind the back of the hydrangea. So that's all I've done so far. Next, I'm going to cap the end of the tube, and then I'm going to individually tap into the line and run a 1/4 inch pipe or tube to each individual hydrangeas. And at the end of the 1/4 inch tubing, there will be a 2 gallon per hour emitter. So this is the end of the tube, guys, and all I'm going to do is use an end cap or like a closure piece. This is what it looks like. You just push one end of the tube in, bend the other end, and pull it back, and that's it. It will stop water from leaking or coming out. Okay, guys, on second thought, I'm just going to run the drip right up on the base of the hydrangea to make it easier on myself and faster, because it's about to thunderstorm and it's actually drizzling just a little bit right now, and I need to make this video quick and get it out the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up at the staple, pull the staple back out. I pull the staple back out, and I'm just going to push it right on the edge of the hydrangea and staple it down right like that. And then I'm going to use this tube puncher thing. I don't know the correct name for it, but all you do is you make a hole on the tube. You have to push a little bit harder to make that hole. You will know when you make the hole because you hear a pop. Just like that. And then you take your emitter. This is a 2 gallon emitter. They're all color coded. This is a emitter. The red end points towards the plant, and the black end is what you use to push into the tube. There you go. It takes some work, but it's right up on the hydrangea plant. So that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of these hydrangeas. I'm just going to move the tube and the distribution tube all the way up to the root ball, punch a hole, and push in an emitter and call it a day. That's that. So let's do the rest so we can mulch. It is super windy. A thunderstorm is on its way. I'm exhausted, and guys, I ran out of mulch. I don't have enough mulch to cover and finish. It's sparse in some areas, and the pipe is still showing in some areas. So I need to run to the store to get at least 5 more bags. But this is what it's looking like so far. I just love the black. It's amazing. I just love the pop. Of course, in spring, I'll also put down another fresh layer, but hydrangeas are very shallow rooted, guys. So if you're planting hydrangeas in fall, even in spring, but especially in fall, guys, make sure you mulch them really, really well, okay? Mulch them very properly, because even though they might be hardy in your area, they can still die from cold snaps, frost, and things like that, because their roots are very shallow. So mulch them properly. So this is it. I need to clean up my mess and get some more mulch. As you can see, some areas is bare in the front, empty. So look out for August garden tour coming up as well. I have some plant hauls, and I also have a vlog of me going somewhere that a lot of you guys who follow me on Instagram know about. So yeah, just stay tuned for that, and until next time, see you guys in another video. Bye guys.